And another water battle is also brewing as potentially toxic algae blooms grow in Lake Okeechobee. Some, including Congressman Brian Mast, are now questioning water management practices. CBS 12's Chuck Weber is live tonight for us in Canal Point with questions and reaction from Glade residents. Chuck?
First of all, John, I want to point out what's going on right behind us here. This is water flowing out of Lake Okeechobee here through this structure at Canal Point. It's eventually headed east to coastal Palm Beach County. Now, concerned about the water that's already, for weeks now, headed to coastal Stewart, coastal Martin County, Congressman Brian Mast has sent a letter with questions to federal water managers, questioning decisions made after recent heavy rains. Tammy Jackson Moore has lived in western Palm Beach County for 20 years and is involved in many community issues, including water.
And we are a part of the equation, and we want to make certain that we have our voices heard when decisions are being made.
Jackson Moore watched along with the rest of us at the first of the month as the Corps of Engineers started releasing water from Lake Okeechobee, the discharges necessary to protect the lake's levee following heavy rains. Last week, Republican Congressman Brian Mast fired off a letter to the Corps asking why water was still flowing into Lake Okeechobee here at this structure in Palm Beach County, while water full of algae was being sent to the coast at the same time. Mast also asked what percentage of the backflowed water was coming from agricultural fields. The environmental activist organization Bull Sugar seized on Mast's questions in an op-ed article this week. Chris Maroney writes they need to separate flood protection for humans from flood protection for sugarcane and prioritize protection from toxic discharges. But Jackson Moore points out water flowing or being pumped from western Palm Beach County farms rarely happens, only in times of heavy rains. The lion's share of the water comes from the Kissimmee River, north of the lake.
We want to be good neighbors to our partners on the east and the west coast, and we can only do that if we're working to identify and correct those issues at the head of the water and not down south of the system.
And there are projects planned to address that inflow on the north side of the lake, but they've been slower to be implemented and come to fruition. Congressman Mast looking for his responses from the Corps of Engineers early next week. Live in Canal Point, Chuck Weber, CBS 12 News.